times are very challenging. A person that I admire a lot once wrote in his work, The Word in Conflict, that violence is everywhere in our lives. And indeed it is. The problem is that the situation is getting worse and worse because there is not a single challenge that is only limited to a specific spectrum or to a specific country. You see what is happening with aggression. Aggression is not a regional issue, it's not a territorial issue. Aggression affects the whole world, and what happens in Syria or in Libya or in Ukraine essentially has a direct and automatic spillover effect. The same happens, for example, with the climate crisis, the same happens with food security issues, the same happens now with artificial intelligence. So everything has a domino effect, and in this broader context, I think the major problem is that we have lost part of our deliberative attitude. We're not deliberate enough. We cannot just say that we're sitting around the table and we discuss on rational terms in order to achieve a consensus. The post-war idea that we can reach consensus has been deteriorated. Once you are at the Foreign Affairs Council, you can see what I mean, because we can never achieve a unanimity. But just recollect what was the situation after World War II, and you just see that the idea of winners and those defeated are sitting in a table and deciding about the future of Europe, and eventually decided to form a union, a community and then a union. It's something amazing. And it happened under very adverse circumstances, and it's not happening today.
So you mean that the EU really did deserve the Nobel Peace Prize in a way that perhaps Donald Trump may or may not in the future?
It's very...
I'm being provocative there.
It's very early.
It's Mike Pompeo is listening.
Yeah, I know. Mike Pompeo is somewhere around, so I will try to be as delicate as possible. But the truth is that at this moment, multilateralism is losing, unilateralism is winning. This is not good for humanity. This is my idea, and I'm so delighted, I'm thrilled that Annalena Baerbock is taking a position as a president of the General Assembly of the United Nations. Why? Because we need to reactivate, to revisit the basics of multilateralism, because unless we have a very strong system of international security architecture, of a system of international law applying worldwide and applying without any cherry picking, there is no way that we're going to find again a rule-based policy. And now, I feel that we're missing our vision and our strategy. There is an immense implementation and projection of power as opposed to principles. And I think this is something that we need to reset. And this is why I think Annalena is the most appropriate person to do this. I do not envy her. I was thinking that probably being foreign minister under these circumstances was the worst job, but there is an even worse job, is what Annalena is taking on. So I think we should just try to be, one, deliberative, second, multilateral in our approach. And I am a very pro-European type of foreign minister, the same as Annalena. And to be totally honest, I think that this is the moment for Europe to stand up and say that we're here, we are credible interlocutors, we can talk to everyone, we're very reliable, we have a culture that is very strong, and in spite of our differences, we can be, I think, a strong pillar. And since you mentioned the United States, in spite of difference, I think we cannot abstain from the transatlantic relationship. I think it's absolutely essential for the balance of the world. It's absolutely essential for international security architecture. It was based in the early 50s. The transatlantic cooperation was the fundamental of peace and prosperity in the world. So I think we should work on this, and I think we should go hand in hand. And we have to work on a multilateral and balanced way.